Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam and welcome back to Nolan Month. Over the course of this month, I'll be covering every single Christopher Nolan movie in honor of Tenet coming to theaters very soon. I've already reviewed Following, Christopher Nolan's first film. If you'd like to check that out, that'll be linked in the eye in the right-hand corner. But for right now, let's jump a little ahead and try to remember Memento. And no, that wasn't a shot at the movie. It was a joke, considering that the movie's based around remembering stuff. I thought it was funny. While Following was Christopher Nolan's foot in the door, in that he got into several film festivals and a lot of mainstream attention from it, it was Memento that solidified him as the next big thing. It was directed by Nolan as well as co-written along with his brother Jonathan, and this is based on a short story that Jonathan created. And it tells the story of Leonard, played by Guy Pearce, a man who, after a tragic accident, cannot form any new memories. He remembers everything up to that accident, but when the movie starts, he has to keep reminding himself who he is and why he is in the place that he is. His wife was unfortunately murdered, and so he has to find out who killed her through the usage of trying to remember all the things that he needs to remember through some strategically placed tattoos. Before I go any further, I would just like to talk about a possible plot hole that people have found out about Memento. In that, with Leonard, it is known that he cannot make short-term memories, and so because of this, how is he able to remember his name and how his wife died? Well, I have a possible explanation for that. The movie makes it very well known that Leonard remembers everything up to the accident that gave him the short-term memory loss. After the accident, he's SOL, but up until that point, he does remember with time and a good amount of jogging of the old memory bank. The plot hole is not as blatant as people make it out to be. It just needs a little bit of explanation first. Watching Memento immediately after Following was probably the best thing I could have done, because I recognized first and foremost how far Nolan had come from just that first movie. As I stated when talking about Following, Nolan basically did everything himself. He directed, he shot it, he wrote it, and he produced it. But now that Memento gave him the opportunity to expand upon the ideas he introduced in Following with far more known actors, including Guy Pearce, Joe Pantoliano, and Carrie-Anne Moss, and as well as given a much juicier budget and the ability to kind of stretch his legs, you do see a definite improvement in his filmmaking and his storytelling. Nolan does a much better job of showing the past and the present in Memento. Basically, everything in color is the present, and everything in black and white is the past. The highlight of the movie for me was Guy Pearce. He came off as very sympathetic, and it shows that he's a great actor, but nobody really talks about him. Like, he was good in movies like LA Confidential and Lawless, and in here, he's just as good. Joe Pantoliano is also deliciously evil in this, and Carrie-Anne Moss is just as good as well. But really, this is the Guy Pearce show, and he is the focus, and that is incredibly well-deserved. Stephen Tobolowsky is also in this, and he's good in there as well. At first, when I saw him, I'm like, Ned! Ryerson! But being with the benefit of knowing what Christopher Nolan would do after Memento, it really is something else to see where he would eventually end up. Because Following and Memento are such like Nolan Rosetta Stones. It's like Following gave the base level for everything that he would use in all of his films, including Tenet, and Memento just added onto it and even improved. I really don't think Memento is Nolan's best film, and I think that's primarily because Nolan has such a high standard nowadays. It's that every movie he does just gets better in a certain way. But with the benefit of time, this movie is 20 years old. It still holds up and largely is very enjoyable. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much as always for watching. Nolan Month will be continuing when I talk about the 2002 crime drama Insomnia. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you like these videos and you want to see more like them, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you will be the first to know. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.